Hi
and also
guys,
explain.
hi CL. Real quick, HSA are trying to find an emergency sub right now. Uh, but right now they are just looking for someone, and so we're gonna go to a BRB screen because this may turn out to be a forfeit if no one replies. But we will hopefully have a match in the next couple of minutes. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
After a bit of chaos, my bad, Zen. I just want to preface real quick to them. So we do have a game. It's gonna start 0-0. There was a bit of confusion with getting the sub in as he was learning where to go, but it's going to be the 118 Starry subbing in for the 235 Sir Gelatin. So this is it's gonna be an interesting one. Zan is my lovely co-caster tonight. My man, how are you feeling?
Well, I mean, definitely, I had the burners ready to go at 10:10, and then, 10:20 rolls around, and now my eyes are definitely getting a little sleepy, but we're going to try and wake back up so that we can make sure that we keep an eye on this one, because both these teams, even though, Sir Gelatin is being subbed out for a emergency sub in the 118 Starry, I'm not sure that that's going to impact this much. Infinity Creative has been struggling the past few weeks as well. So, we'll have to see if Infinity Creative is in good enough, order to go ahead and get this matchup going.
Yeah, and now we get this underway, and it's HSA versus Infinity Creative. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot on Sir Davis's shoulder here. He's Sir Davis in the Discord, but Davis has a lot on his shoulders here. Obviously, playing with the 118 Starry is not where you'd expect to be tonight. We're not going to have predictions up due to the weird nature of the match, but hey, I mean, Starry's making his Champions League debut, lowest rated player we've ever seen take the CL pitch, so who knows, maybe he can cook up a little bit of Super Sub Magic, Zan.
Well, Super Sub Magic is pretty much like half the Rocket League's original name. Davis now trying on the back line to keep that one out of the net. It will stay out of the net, though. Crypt, I believe, is the 118 Starry, correct? Yep. So that'll be Starry heading up the field and trying to get involved in this play here. Gets demoed away, though. King Icy back down the field again. We'll see if they can start to mount an attack here, as HSA has felt a little bit on the back foot here. They are getting it into the orange half of the field, but struggling to find the final quarter.
And honestly, I mean, with the rankings of the team, the ratings, excuse me, I mean, honestly, just with the Starry substitute, this is expected to be a 3-0. You've got the GC2 Dairy Cow, the GC1 Flo, and then for the other side, well, there's also Landon the D2, but then you've got Landon is IMM, excuse me. I know him as Landon, but then you've got, obviously, the GC1 Davis, the C2 King Icy, and the C1 Starry, or he's playing under Crypt Keeper for this game. But, I mean, this is not... This one is really not in HSA's favor, which is really unfortunate considering the spot they're at in the season.
Absolutely, but I have to say here, Infinity Creative are not capitalizing on these mistakes as hard as I think maybe they should be. Dairy Cow now going to take this one down the field, getting a shot off, but it's just barely wide, pinging it off the crossbar or the post there. Going to take it back for a nice control play. Davis challenging early, though, not letting him have any time with the ball. That GC2 gameplay coming out from Dairy, really keeping this HSA gaming roster on their toes. They keep it in the orange half of the net. I will say, Infinity Creative, how they have had some moments outside of their half, but this game has been majoritively played on their half of the map here, so we will have to see if they have a way of breaking out. Everyone on low boost besides for Flo now. Flo going to try and get involved here. Davis back to the back wall, and everyone just playing a little bit of ping pong against that back wall there.
Yeah, and so far, HSA have held up, which you love to see. I mean, they are over 100 under Sal. Definitely quite the situation, but so far, I mean, it looks so good. Definitely want to see more out of the side of Infinity Creative as Flo looks for the reset around Davis. Isn't quite going to get it, but IMM is going to be back for it.
Yeah, now, is that IMM or LMM? Because I'm not going to lie, King Icy now bringing that straight home. finding first blood here in the matchup. I'm not going to lie, HSA, one of those teams that we kind of were not thinking was going to do terribly great, but now they're showing that even with this sub Starry on their team, they're taking first blood.
Yeah, and honestly, right now, Infinity Creative just cannot quite get the offense rolling, which is what's confusing. But Dairy Cow will be there to receive the ball. Flo, knocking it back to, you're right, it is LMM. I honestly never noticed that. And, I mean, he makes an important touch, but it's just going to be blocked away. And right now, I mean, Infinity Creative just really look off their game.
They look a little off kilter. I'm not sure if Derry played any matches earlier today in the 2v2 qualifiers or not, but, you know, definitely looking a little bit of a slower roster out of them today. They are, you know, are struggling in the, you know, season totalities, but I will say Infinity Creative have had some interesting storylines going on, and they have managed to, you know, have a pretty fast pace of play. It does look like it's kind of breaking down here as King Icy sends another one. Could be on, and it is. Fortunately, there's a little bit of a whiff in the middle of the net, and that one will find its way into the back.
Yeah, and I mean, this one right now is honestly, I mean, I don't know what's going on. This is interesting so far.
Yeah, I've gotten the pleasure of playing with Derry in quite a few different times, but pardon me, not going to talk about Derry. We're going to talk about Starry here for a different second. Comes out in their Champions League debut as one of the lowest ranked substitutes we have ever seen take the pitch, and secures exactly why they might need to pick that up. Find out that Starry's actually just a real clutch pick here as they secure another one going into the final 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it feels like Infinity Creative kind of beat themselves here with some of the mistakes that we've seen, and HSA are going to take game one.
Now, I will say, Starry didn't look terribly, you know, out of place on that pitch. You know, it really didn't look like he was, you know, making any terrible mistakes that they couldn't recover from. Wasn't really, like, rotating out of position, which is something that you would normally expect to see from a substitute joining an already established roster. I gotta give it to you, give it to Starry, you know, really well done for at least the first game here in this series.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. And server went down for maintenance, so we will remake it.
Also, you left the party.
Yep. That's because my game crashed. I will and get everything set back up in a minute. Lobby info will be posted to the teams in a second. I love when the server goes down for maintenance. Thank you, Rocket League.
Thank you, Rocket League. It's the game that we all know and love, but it's quite the love-hate relationship that we have here.
Yep, I gotta agree with you.
I love it when I win, and I hate it when I lose. That's what you consider a love-hate relationship. I don't know what else would. HSA takes the first game in this series, even though they are under a sub contract. Had to sub in the emergency sub for Sir Gelatin, subbing in a 118 rated player for Sir Gelatin, who is 235 for the folks listening in at home. 235. Quite the drop on the rating there, but it has proven itself as probably a pretty good pickup here. Even though we didn't think it was going to be as close as it was, HSA did manage to take that in pretty commanding fashion. Infinity Creative now forced to sort of sit on the back, the back feet and try and figure it out. Shadow, I'm just curious. What do you think Infinity Creative can really do to get back into this?
They just need to slow down and breathe, and they feel a little rushed. I mean, it just feels like honestly, the comms are not maybe fully correct, It feels like the offense isn't fully on the same page. I just need to see them really work together here like this, but this one goes off the post and Flo unfortunately can't get the follow-up.
Yeah, that was quite the scurry that we saw at the very beginning of the match there. Everyone from Infinity Creative sent on a mission straight towards the net, but nobody quite securing the gold. Flo now sending another one back towards the middle of the field, and Derry trying to get involved, but he's on low boost, wasn't able to quite get up for that. Now King Icy forced to play it over too. Doesn't get the greatest recovery, and Flo will snag another death.